What if I told you the next global power struggle isn't about Ukraine? It isn't about Taiwan. It isn't even about the Middle East, but about a frozen island with fewer people than a football stadium. An island that one man openly wants to buy, pressure, or take. Greenland is no longer just ice. It is leverage. It is minerals. It is missiles. And increasingly, it is ego. This is not a theory. This is not speculation. This is happening right now. World leaders are scrambling. Alliances are restraining. And Donald Trump has once again dragged Greenland into the center of global headlines. To understand why Greenland matters, you first need to understand what changed. For most of modern history, Greenland was ignored. Too cold, too remote, too expensive to exploit. But climate change rewrote the rules. As Arctic ice melts faster than predicted, new shipping routes are opening. Routes that can cut weeks of global trade. Routes that bypass traditional choke points. At the same time, the ice is revealing something even more valuable beneath it. Rare earth elements, uranium, lithium, critical minerals that power electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, satellites, and modern weapons. These are not optional resources anymore. They are the backbone of future power. Whoever controls these supply chains doesn't just get rich, they get leverage. But Greenland's value doesn't stop underground. Geographically, it sits exactly where global power collides, between North America and Europe, along the Arctic's emerging military and commercial routes, close to Russia's northern flank. From a military perspective, Greenland is an early warning system, a forward operating platform, a shield, or a vulnerability. That is why the United States already maintains military infrastructure there. And that is why losing influence over Greenland feels in Washington like exposing America's northern door. Now here is where the story turns personal. In 2019, Donald Trump shocked the world by publicly proposing to buy Greenland from Denmark. The reaction was laughter, ridicule, dismissal. Denmark said Greenland was not for sale. Europe mocked the idea. The media treated it like a joke. But it wasn't a joke. Trump cancelled a state visit to Denmark after the rejection. That was not humor, that was resentment. Fast forward to today and Trump is back. But this time the tone is darker, sharper, more aggressive. Greenland is now framed as a national security emergency. Trump has openly threatened economic punishment if allies refuse to cooperate. Tariffs, trade pressure, public ultimatums. This is no longer about buying land. This is about forcing outcomes. The strategy is familiar. Apply pressure through trade, use economic pain as leverage, frame resistance as disloyalty. European allies are now trapped in an impossible position. If they resist, they risk economic retaliation. If they comply, they normalize territorial coercion. And that is where the real danger lies. Because once territory becomes negotiable through threats, no alliance is truly safe. Yet in all of this noise, one voice has been consistently ignored: the people of Greenland. Greenlanders have been clear. They are not for sale. They do not want to be treated as property. They do not want decisions about their future made in Washington or Brussels. For many, this moment has intensified calls for self-determination, not annexation. Greenland is not empty land. It has people, culture, identity. While the United States and Europe argue, two other players are watching very carefully: Russia and China. Russia has been expanding its Arctic military footprint for years. For Moscow, Western disunity is an opportunity. Every argument inside NATO weakens deterrence. China's approach is quieter. No threats, no headlines. Just investment, infrastructure, long-term positioning. Beijing understands patience, and the longer the West fights itself, the more space rivals gain. Then came the moment that truly alarmed diplomats. Donald Trump refused to rule out the use of force. That single statement changed everything because Denmark is a NATO member. Any military pressure, even symbolic, raises impossible questions. What happens if an alliance leader pressures another alliance member? What happens to Article 5? What happens to trust? This is why European capitals are nervous. History shows that once military language enters the conversation, escalation becomes unpredictable. So who is winning right now? Denmark and the European Union retain legal sovereignty. Greenland retains moral legitimacy and popular support. The United States dominates headlines and leverage, but risks isolation. Russia and China gain from strategic patience. There is no clear winner, but there are clear risks. And this matters to you more than you think. Because Greenland affects technology prices, energy transitions, global shipping routes, military stability, alliance credibility. A world where territory is pressured through tariffs and threats is a world where borders become suggestions. Greenland is not just an island, it is a test case. A test of whether the future is built on cooperation or coercion, on restraint or raw power. What happens here will shape the global order far beyond the Arctic. The ice may be melting, but the politics are freezing fast. Now the question is yours to answer. Is Donald Trump exposing uncomfortable truths about how power really works? Or is he pushing the world toward dangerous instability? Decide carefully, because Greenland is only the beginning.